Any of the 8 remaining teams in the Under-20 World Cup remaining can win this tournament. 4 of the favorites: France, Venezuela, Portugal, and Uruguay. France are out. They were upset by Italy earlier today or last night, but depending on what time zone you're in, they are gone. One of the only teams in this tournament to win all 3 of their group games. Out. This is where I think having an easy group hurt the French. The other 3 favorites that I just named, all on the same side of the bracket, 2 of them playing against each other. And all 3 not looking very convincing from their round of 16 matchups. You had Venezuela pushed to the brink against Japan, albeit a good Asian side, but it took everything Venezuela had to get past the Japanese. You had Uruguay, who many people thought were going to put multiple goals behind Saudi Arabia, only beat them through a penalty kick goal, 1-0 in the second half. Uruguay as a whole this tournament, although they're my pick to lift the trophy, I picked them before this whole thing started. I'm going to have to stand by it. But they have not scored as many goals as they would have liked in this Under-20 World Cup so far. And Saudi Arabia gave them a lot of problems, guys. And then you have Portugal. Walk with me here. Then you have Portugal, who didn't even show up in this tournament until the last game against South Korea in the round of 16. They were very poor in the group stages, barely advancing from a group with Iran and Costa Rica. So, that begs the question, which Portuguese side is going to show up for the quarterfinals? And my final was Uruguay against Portugal. That's not going to happen now. They are going to meet, as I predicted, but in the last 8. And then the winner of that would play the winner of Venezuela, United States. Now, the United States is on the side of the bracket with the 3 remaining favorites. But given the way how those teams have played, I think anyone from that side can get to the final. And you look at the other side of the bracket, Zambia, who dispatched Germany, Italy, who dispatched France. That Italian goalkeeper, I don't know his name, but he's been the best goalkeeper of this tournament so far. Very good. Look at the highlights on YouTube. You can't underestimate Italy now. Mexico beat Senegal. England defeated Costa Rica as expected, but Costa Rica gave them a fight. Guys, this tournament is wide open. Anybody can win this now. That also includes the United States. The United States played a very depleted side with many yellow card suspensions against a pretty decent New Zealand team that gave France some problems in the group stage, a New Zealand side that's been improving over the course of the last few years, particularly when they hosted the tournament in 2015. And they thrashed New Zealand. They thrashed them 6-0. Now, in the quarterfinals, Cameron Carter-Vickers and others are coming back for the U.S. And I think they're in with a shot against New Zealand. No, excuse me, against Venezuela. Venezuela were unconvincing in their game against Japan. And the United States would be playing against a side that just went through 120 minutes of play. So there's a whole question of how fresh Venezuela is. And then the winner of Portugal-Uruguay, I think that game's winnable. So for the U.S. specifically, you're looking at a very feasible, realistic, possible chance of a path to the final. This is not a prediction. This is not even me saying it's most likely going to happen, because I don't think it's most likely going to happen. but it's definitely now more of a shot than it was 24 hours ago. It really is. And then the other side of the bracket, the most dangerous looking team right now, if they can just get their defense under wraps, it's Zambia. It's Zambia. I don't want to play against Zambia. So, and then you have to consider England as well. You might slightly favor them against Mexico, but Mexico is one of the best sides in the world at the under 20 and under 17 level. They haven't turned up yet in this tournament. You get the feeling that once they do, they could probably beat England. So I don't know who's going to win this. Guys, I don't know who's going to win this. I don't know who's going to win this tournament. Because the three favorites will be knocking each other out since they're all on the upper part of the bracket now that France is out. So we're guaranteed to have one team who's not a favorite in the final. So, I don't know. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very, very exciting. So leave a comment below, like, subscribe. What are your thoughts on the round of 16 results? Do you see any potential surprise teams that can go on to win this trophy? Because, guys, for the first time, I don't know if this has ever happened in a FIFA tournament, all 8 quarterfinalists can win this thing.